A little over a month ago, I smoked what I hope will be my last cigarette ever. Now, before you click away, this is one of those videos where I'm going to tell you that my life completely changed overnight, because honestly, it didn't. But after smoking for years and failing to quit more times than I could count and constantly telling myself that I wasn't really addicted, I finally made it past the 1 month mark. And that got me thinking, what did I start smoking in the first place and why was so hard to stop? And what has actually changed after a month without cigarette? So in this video, I want to tell you the whole story. I'm making this video to keep you going with my intention of doing as many videos possible, and more articulated videos are coming, but today I want to make this one to celebrate a small milestone with you. It's been a little bit over a month since I quit smoking, so to be fair, it's actually been a little longer than that. The truth is that for the last year and a half, I was constantly on and off cigarettes. I would quit and start again, quit and start again. But for the last month, I've been completely smoke-free. First, let me tell you how I started. I grew up in a family of smokers. My parents smoked, my uncle and aunt smoked, and even my grandparents smoked. So for most of my childhood, smoking felt completely normal. Luckily for me, I didn't smoke, not even a single puff, and at least not until much later in life when I was a college student. At that time, I had just gone through a pretty serious breakup with my girlfriend, a little bit because I was depressed, a little bit because of social pressure, a little bit because I wanted to expand my circle of friends, and probably because a little bit because I thought I looked cool, I started smoking. And at the beginning, it didn't seem like a big issue. I was only smoking occasionally, maybe when I was hanging out with friends, maybe at a party, maybe during a night out. But then the occasionally cigarettes became buying tobacco. Buying tobacco slowly became a habit, and before I realized it, I was addicted. Back then, I always believed that I wasn't addicted and then I could stop whenever I want. And this is actually a very common belief among smokers. A lot of people think they are stronger than the addiction. My confidence came from the fact that I didn't have cigarettes with me and I didn't feel the urge immediately to run and buy them. But then what I realized that whatever I had cigarette available, I smoked as much as I could. Since the beginning, I was a heavy chain smoker. We're talking about 20 cigarettes a day and sometimes more. I remember nights at parties where I smoked more than an entire pack of cigarettes, and I remember times always at parties when my throat hurt from smoking too much, but I still kept going because everyone around me was smoking and I wanted to fit in. As time passed, I made several attempts to quit. Most of them lasted somewhere between 3 and 7 days. So then I would just smoke one cigarette and tell myself it's just this one. And of course, it was never just that one. Because what happened was that the next day I'd be back at the tobacco shop buying another pack. And for years, that was my cycle. Quit, relapse, promise myself I would quit again, and repeat from over and over again. In the last year, I managed to reduce the amount I was smoking, but I was still smoking quite a lot, especially when I was with friends or at parties. And the main reason I reduced it wasn't even health related. It was for money, because I was traveling a lot and cigarettes were becoming an expense that I didn't want. So what finally gave me the push to stop completely actually came from my girlfriend, because a month ago I went to a bachelor party and of course I smoked, and when I came back home she told me that I was thinking and then she added something very simple. She said that I wasn't doing what I was doing, it made no sense, that either I quit or I don't quit. So there was no middle ground. For some reason that really stuck with me, and I realized that she was right. And I was trying to tell myself that I had quit while still smoking whenever the opportunity came up. And so after thinking about it, I decided enough was enough. So since that day, I didn't have not touch a cigarette. A big part of my success came from the fact that I am now surrounding myself with non-smokers, and I also been avoiding alcohol because alcohol is one of my biggest triggers. And for me, drinking and smoking were always like linked together. Removing one made it much easier to remove the other one. And every day that passes, it's just add another smoke-free day to the pile. Now, to be completely honest, after a month and probably 5 weeks, I have not experienced any of the incredible benefits that people often talk about online. I have not suddenly become a different person, and life feels pretty much the same to me. But there have been some changes. For example, I used to have a wheezing sound when I was going to bed at night, like and that's completely gone. I also don't wake up anymore with terrible smoker's breath, and my clothes don't smell anymore. And I'm saving a surprising amount of money, which is helping a lot during this period when I'm not working. I'm also pretty sure that my health is improving, even if I can't directly feel it. Because according to my Apple Watch, so basically my VO2 max is slowly increasing, my resting heart rate is back to the levels that I haven't seen since I was 15 years old and was training a lot. And so even if I don't feel dramatically different, the data suggests that good things are happening. One thing I will say is that quitting in Italy is not easy because everybody around me seems to smoke. If you go for a coffee, people are smoking. You go out for drinks and people are smoking. You go to social events and people are smoking. There is definitely a social pressure that makes staying smoke-free harder than it should be. But hopefully I'll be able to keep going. And honestly, when I look back now, I don't even know when I started. I think that back then I just wanted to fit in and maybe I wanted to look cool. Whatever the reason was, it definitely wasn't worth it. I don't really have a deep life lesson at the end of this video to bring you, but other than that, don't smoke, don't start, and even if you already smoke, try to quit. And even if you fail, try again and again and again, because I have failed more times than I could count, and the important thing is to keep you trying and trying and trying. And anything that's, anyway, that's my 1 month update, and I'll try to keep you updated in the future videos and let you know how things are going. And if you enjoyed this video, leave a like and let me know your experience in the comments, and I'll see you soon. Bye!